Part 1 introduces the notion that a hidden, manipulative force is operating behind the scenes of human civilization, with a specific focus on extraterrestrial beings known as the reptilians. These entities are described as having a long history of influencing humanity through a covert agenda aimed at establishing control and dominance over the planet. The text suggests that the reptilians possess advanced knowledge and technologies, enabling them to manipulate events and people on a global scale. It posits that their influence is pervasive, affecting various aspects of life, including politics, economy, and social structures. The narrative emphasizes that the reptilians have strategically positioned themselves within positions of power and authority to maintain their grip on humanity. The overarching theme is that human beings are largely unaware of this manipulation, leading to a sense of complacency in accepting societal norms and authority figures without question. The text urges readers to awaken to the truth of their existence, challenging them to seek deeper understanding and to question the narratives that have been constructed around them, ultimately calling for a collective realization of this hidden reality to reclaim autonomy and freedom from the reptilian control. Part 2 delves into the concept of the reptilians and their historical manipulation of human civilization. It posits that these extraterrestrial beings have been controlling Earth for thousands of years, using various methods to maintain their power and influence over humanity. The text suggests that the reptilians orchestrate significant events throughout history, including wars, societal upheavals, and the creation of ideologies, all aimed at consolidating their dominance and ensuring that humanity remains subservient. By instilling fear and chaos, they can distract humans from uncovering the truth about their existence and the reptilians' ultimate goals. The narrative implies that the reptilians orchestrate these events to keep humanity divided and focused on mundane concerns rather than recognizing their manipulation. This manipulation is not only seen as physical, but also extends to psychological and spiritual realms, where the reptilians create false narratives and belief systems to control human thought. This leads to the suggestion that many of the societal norms and beliefs accepted by humans are products of reptilian design rather than organic development. The text calls for an awakening to this reality, encouraging individuals to critically assess the information they consume and the structures within which they live, ultimately challenging the accepted historical narratives that have shaped human civilization. Part 3 presents a controversial view of the human race, asserting that humanity is not a cohesive family unit, but rather a diverse amalgamation of beings from various origins. It suggests that the reptilians created human bodies but did not create human souls, implying that those with souls come from different planets or dimensions. This notion of multiple soul origins aims to challenge conventional beliefs about human unity and identity, positing that most people are unaware of the true nature of their existence. The text encourages readers to adopt an external perspective on Earth and its inhabitants, claiming that this viewpoint reveals the grim reality of human society as a product of reptilian manipulation. It further argues that societal authority figures derive their power from fear and coercion rather than legitimate respect, prompting individuals to question their obedience and the legitimacy of those in power. This section critiques the hierarchical structure of human society, asserting that the only reason people comply with authority is due to the threat of violence or force. In doing so, it calls into question the foundational beliefs that underpin societal structures and encourages a reevaluation of the social contract that binds individuals to these authority figures. In Part 4, the text delves into the concept of organic portals and their perceived role in society. It posits that a significant portion of humanity, referred to as organic portals, lack genuine consciousness or a soul, positioning them as conduits for the control exerted by reptilians. This perspective argues that these individuals, who may appear as regular humans, are essentially soulless beings manipulated to maintain societal structures and norms, thereby perpetuating the reptilian agenda. It implies that their existence serves to uphold the status quo and offers a form of control over those who possess true individuality and consciousness. The text critiques the notion of free will, suggesting that organic portals are not capable of authentic choice, as their actions are dictated by external forces. This leads to a broader discussion on the nature of authority and governance, asserting that those in power exploit the absence of true consciousness in organic portals to manipulate and govern the rest of society. It challenges readers to reconsider their understanding of free will and individuality within the societal context, emphasizing the need to recognize the influence of external forces on human behavior. The text ultimately advocates for an awakening to the reality of this dynamic, urging individuals to strive for genuine awareness and to resist the conditioning imposed by those who control the narrative. The last 5 parts present a conspiracy-laden narrative intertwining various themes involving reptilians, organic portals, humanity's origins, religion, the universe, and ancient mythologies. According to this perspective, dinosaurs were allegedly created by reptilians thousands of years ago as a means to deter other alien races and to reclaim control over Earth, only to be disposed of after serving their purpose. Furthermore, about half of the human population, termed organic portals, are depicted as soulless entities manipulated by reptilians to maintain societal norms, lacking true free will and individuality. This perspective posits that humanity is an aggregation of diverse soul origins, with the reptilians only crafting human bodies, not the souls, which they claim come from various other planets. This worldview encourages individuals to adopt an outsider's perspective on Earth's dismal state, questioning the legitimacy of authority figures who wield power through threats rather than respect. The narrative suggests that all religions are artificial constructs devised by the reptilians to control populations, likening the worship of these religions' gods to the veneration of the reptilians themselves. It critiques the concept of the true creator, stating that darkness, equated with Satan or the devil, crafted the universe as a flawed realm to imprison souls. This universe is depicted as a false realm, comprising 12 interconnected flat universes resembling pentagons, collectively forming a dodecahedron. Here, the spirits of genuine humans are said to be ensnared within soul encasements designed by darkness, creating a perverse hierarchy of control. The narrative further critiques the concept of rules, arguing that they stem from an evil god, implying that societal structures cannot function without them, yet labeling them as inherently evil. Values are presented as constructs influenced by childhood indoctrination and societal conditioning, urging a reevaluation based on an understanding of true existence. Finally, the text examines the symbolism of sun worship, asserting that Christianity is merely an extension of ancient sun worship practices, where figures like Jesus represent a perversion of earlier deities. This historical reinterpretation questions humanity's intelligence in adhering to such beliefs, suggesting that future generations may similarly mock contemporary religions as misguided attempts at truth, solidifying the notion that the disinformation spread by reptilians pervades human understanding. The text ends with a call to question the established paradigms, asking whether the emperor of misinformation will ever be recognized as devoid of substance.